How's retail feeling? I mean, not in a good spot, but is what it is. There's the leg sweep. I haven't really played real threes in a hot minute. So. Oh, that's from yesterday. It still archives yesterday's chat. That's something. Gotta set up my bars for Outlaw. In case I do some Outlaw shuffles on that one. I've been gambling too much on the shuffles on Outlaw. I need to just leapfrog it. Guess I just give them the opener. Oh, the pet's over here. Found it. The fear almost cost me the sap. Faint this. Probably still evasion because it's his cooldowns. turtle. Look the binding. Quick penance in a sec. Quick gouge. That beat the trap. Done for a fear. Look at this crit. Crit immune it though. Got life swap anyway. We just run. %, feels bad. I have blind back, but still dead here, I think, on our go. I killed him right here too. That sucks. Yeah, I don't know if it's possible for a Holy Priest to just heal Hunter Xbox controller damage. If he was like a disc, I don't think I would be pressured at all. Because we're just winning that the whole game. Eat the trap. Never get faked on any kicks. Land my CC on DR. Pretty much made actually 0 mistakes that game. Usually I'll make something where I'll like accidentally donate a precog or get deathed on something, or yeah, but that was just like a 2-minute game of me just getting a go on DR. And getting my damage off perfectly, and them wasting crit immune twice on like non-blades or anything. But it's pretty hard to kill hunters because it's like a tank spec on top of doing stupid damage that's way too easy to do. I outplay eating his trap, and instead it's basically a cyclone low on me. Meld Stormbolt out of that. I'm not doing it. I'm just gonna trigger that late. Maybe catch him off guard. Yeah, it's hard to kill through enrage regen. It's a pretty good defensive for being able to press it while stunned. Land the kick, into a blind sap. I don't get the sap, so it's a good Stormbolt. So we'll just gouge. We overlap that with the stun, but it's fine. I don't know if we needed the DR fear. I could try to smoke bomb the Emerald, but I think the go's over. It's not really worth it. Banish sit this as long as I can. Should have gone back this arm. I forgot to respec. Take him again in a sec. I guess null. Meld. Hit my meld bugs. Once I vanish this. Got a trinket. Pick his pet. Get rewind. I have blades for the next go. Painted this. A little scary just because I don't have disarm. I'm probably dead this global. Take the fire breath into a kidney. I have the cheap shot because kidney's on CD. Gonna smoke bomb here even though it's not great. Mage here. Gets emerald up, or nullies I mean. Try to get some off. I don't know about the third stun, but look, the fly stun. We're probably dead here. Could have just gone the dragon, I guess. We're just losing on mana every game. Killing a Fury is really hard because he just presses defensives while stunned. I would kill this dragon in like 2 minutes probably. Hopefully this breaks. It's not going to though. Take Spirit Bloom in a sec. Yeah, that's definitely a how do you lose moment right there, man. Like, holy man. We'll get someone new in though. He said he has to go. GG's though. Sorry, Holy Priest is not that strong. The stuns were a little weird, but you didn't play that bad. You almost cost me one of the blind saps because you feared over the blind, but I think you did fine. Good job keeping us alive while I don't think we should go that quick, but you did good, like, avoiding damage and running. I think it's bugged. Might have to remake it. It says currently forming. I'll just remake it. I can't even delist. What? Guess I'll relog. Oh, now it works. Okay. I don't know about doing some double rogue, I'm sorry. No, I don't really enjoy double rogue. I'll tolerate some double DPS here and there if it's like a long time sub or mod or something like that. And it's like a Shadow Priest or a Mage or like a Evoker. Fun too. Save an LFG one day at a time. That's the plan. Maybe we'll do LFG 3s eventually. I am NA, but yeah, I play on Europe occasionally. I was hoping a long time viewer hit 2-1 real quick. But yeah, I tend to just do more viewer twos on NA because I don't like lagging. I just play shuffle on EU, except for when I was farming gear. But can't really appeal this bop. He's just got the Ring of Peace. Oh, it ends. Bubble. I don't like the leg sweep because it just kind of delays my stun DRs a lot. Guy is the most Fury Warrior player though I've ever seen. He legitimately has like horse blinders on. He can see like 10% of his screen. Guy has like run at the shaman energy and mop. Like this guy has to be Taliesin. Like came back to the game. Like, I don't even think he knows I'm in this arena. He's actually gonna win. Never seen someone actually tunnel that hard. It's kind of crazy. You just play a lot. Have a good UI. Do the VOD review that you got to do, whether it's on your own or someone else, like outside eye, you know. But just you don't understand something, you watch it back. Everything is just less hindsight. It's just consistency and like improving the little things because they all add up. Yeah, it's just kind of a vague question, right? It's just ladder could just be behind, yeah. If the website's higher than the ladder, I mean, I would just go off the higher one, right? Sometimes the websites are behind the ladder, but sometimes the websites are ahead of the ladder because the websites counted just the number of spots. And maybe Blizzard updated the ladder without updating the cutoffs. So I would just go off the higher one. World first Hunter to just not waste his crit immunity. I gave him precog. Still dead, I think. Yeah. He had no life cocoon for me anyway. That sucks. Had a blind sap there, but... And they had no trinkets. The next go was a blades go. Probably still should have saved the bomb for blades, but... yeah, I'm still trying to get how I want it. I think it's flashier, but you'll see like a big number with it. But I don't know if it's like too distracting or not. That's something I'm just playing around with. I wish I could raise this higher. I only want to see hits over 1,000,000. Over like 800k. I don't really want to see like anything small. It's just there to like see how big it is. Just for like satisfaction. I have no low threes. Yeah, I generally hide the damage numbers because then it's less depressing that you don't do damage. You can just like, when someone gets one shot, you can just pretend that you did it. And then it just makes you do your control better. Because then your brain psychologically associates doing the good setup with them getting one shot. And then you don't ever get horny to do damage. You just gaslight yourself and take all the credit. And then you just start doing good setups. So it's like better to play without the damage numbers. What, coil maybe? Step behind the bolt so it doesn't go off. Like that. Gouge the next one. Up, into this. I don't need to like cocoon there. I already kited all this, but meld this. I break that even though I ran as far to the side as I could. Might still get a sap out of nothing. Try to quote coil here. Gets bopped on my duel. Feels bad, man. Vanishing the sphere. CBA. Probably evade for damn reduction. Waiting on blades. Should be able to kill here. What about my Windwalker? Oh, you meant like for the viewer threes? Yeah, my Windwalker or Survival Hunter. I think Boomy Hunter would be okay. The problem is just finding healers. But struggling outputting damage and goes when I play with healers. On sub or outlaw? Just play the goes slower and cleaner. Try to actually line up the finality and all that. Damage rotation? There isn't really one. It's just keep up rupture. And then do good micro CC. But yeah, like the actual like burst setup is just counting your finishers kind of to align the Darkest Night with your stacks. or line up with finality. And then occasionally re-symbolsing to get another symbolic with it. Missed the angle. Yeah, landing though, you don't always have time to cast it. It's a shame the old one doesn't really work. Yeah, it's like just avoiding CCs or like chasing mobility. It's if you don't need disarm and you don't need OP cloak and you don't need tricks, then yeah, you could just play it to try to like follow a port or avoid death coil or something. I had a sap there, but got wall. Got Jetta's interrupt. I'm just gonna run. Sucks that it's my blades, but farming dance charges. Oh, I triggered it to go there. You get precog. Totem. Hexed. Could break though. Doesn't. I really don't like these monk CCs. They keep just being when I'm like doing my own shit. Might still kill here though. Got Link. Gonna let me play around my own stun and stuff. All I need is him to just have good mana. Maybe occasionally do like a full in cap on healer when I'm like, if they're like spread out. Or like in capping off of my stuns or something. But not like when I'm like not ready to go yet. Now I can't like sap this stun blind. I mean I can, but it's like half. He gets combat with nothing. I wanted to get a half sap there to maybe kill, but ouch that. JK, it's on CD. I think we might just die here. Someone's trying to drink. Gonna sap it, but angled into the wall so the knockback didn't send me as far, even though I still shadow stepped it anyway. Doing good on mana. I need to kill that totem. I should instep for that. Now I'm like never gonna get there. And I guess I could like DFA 2 feet, but DFA Axe Toss on accident. He has a Counter-Strike totem down, but I'm just going through it. I need to kill. I think the monk killed it. I think that was mostly just the monk kind of wasting a lot of my DRs, but and just doing weird incaps when I'm not ready to stun the lock yet. That we're both like breaking. And just randomly doing some weird leg sweeps too. But yeah, DFA can immune any CC really in the air. I only play it if I don't need Disarm or Veil or Tricks, and it's just like I try to immune coil or like follow up port with it as like a gap closer. It's also good because it counts as 2 stacks of Deathstalker mark. No, Blade Rush is just a little gap closer. That's it. For Outlaw. Waste both my DRs into backpedal combo and the healer 1v1. Nice. Guess I'll just give them the opener even though it's bad.
Whitey Frog again leading my pride.
Thank you so much, Shaky. Pitching out on behalf of the YouTube frogs. I appreciate you. Let's trinket port. Guys, no port for the next go. Just have to power farm a dance for a while, though, is the problem. A little scared here for myself, but nice route. Took him to the Shadow Realm. Face both jars back to back into backpedal. I mean, into the precog. To lose with the healer 1v1. I don't know. And Outlaw, you could never afford it because it's competing against like tricks, teammate haste, which also gives yourself haste. Wait till after the time dial to do my blind go. Donate precog. Bomb to get a sap. I shouldn't have let him get that off. We're really dead here. Trying to kill through Ross. I got turtle anyway. Free little bubble here. Eating his cyclone trap. And I'm just dying 3 evasion and cloak. I have blade for the next go. I just gotta power farm a dance for a while. I'm probably dead here. Not really any counterplay to the pet's Xbox controllering me. Down he goes. Highway robbery. They're writing a forum post right now about Nerf Subaru as we speak. I was winning the whole game on accident against someone 100,000 times better than me. I even, didn't even go for a traps aggro and trapped him defensively on CD. How did I lose? My 30 keybinds didn't beat his 80 keybinds. They know how to write? Oh yeah, that's true. I don't know. I don't even know if their keyboard might work as a BM Hunter. All they need is their trackpad on a laptop to play BM Hunter. Like when it's like being praised for being like a 60 words per minute Andy, you know, instead of like 150. PM hunters definitely aren't practicing in the type racer, you know. We got Skit. Thank you so much for the sub. Appreciate you. Second of the day. Don't really like the stun, but is what it is. Getting triple polyed by the holy poly, they needed that. Tried to meld that, but didn't get it. Just gonna wait on blades. It's up in 5. Would have had a full sap out of this blind, but we in cap halfway through my blind. Feels bad. I probably would have gotten bubble. Can't really stop the rep. I still have evasion up though. I have blades for the next scope. I dropped the R on like 1. I shouldn't have done that. I don't like this duel because he could have maybe touched a death. I had no damage for it. I should have just saved it for the next blades. Now he's like confined. There was like a chance where he just got touch of death there. They're saying there's a chance. He's gonna get that rep. If I stepped away, would have been able to step kick. We're probably dead here. Can't blind because he has sack. Could blind now, but I don't really have any damage with it. I had a sap again out of that blind, but he just does a DR leg sweep for no reason. And these leg sweeps are killing me hard. I think he's like a couple games from 1800 though, and then I'll mix it up. Gotta like, he's like denied me from like 5 different saps in the last like 3 games. Doing like random ass like in caps mid blind and like leg sweeping the blind and DR. I think I still just kill here though. Oh, pop. Can't peel because he still has bop for 3. Peel now. Incapped into sack, it breaks, and it's a DR incap. Arms randomly on non-CDs, and I guess I'll disarm the melee wings instead. Deny some healing. And we waste my stun DR when I don't have dance. I could have just blades dance dueled this guy. Probably still gonna do it. Got land hands right before the duel, I think. I think I still kill. That 72% damp. Mostly just because our CC is really unclean. Like, we almost lost that even though I'm 40 million damage up. I'm the opener probably. Poisons? I got 12 minutes, but I'll do it. You right? I don't know about that ring of peace, but I'm gonna waste my stun DR, so I guess I'm committed to the priest. It's giving me some solo shuffle PTSD these games. Bomb to get a sap. Base combat for no reason. Wish I could just get out of this Nova and not set it for 6 seconds, but okay. It just gives you extra honor. Fuck frenzy. Might get a sap because of the bomb. End up breaking that with secret tech. Is what it is. I would just say you only really need big debuffs, S Arena, and Omnibar, and weak auras. But there's a lot of different types of like weak auras. It's like a multi-tool add-on. I have all the weak auras I use and stuff on my Discord, and most of my add-on stuff on there. The better Blizz frames and plates is also good. Gonna go off. He has Incarn available, so I gotta be careful. There it is. Take advantage. Might stop Pally out of nothing. Oh. Painted that. That's the first like good like sweep. It doesn't really waste my DRs and it's chained with my CC. And doesn't break anything. Or deny a sap. He was just doing it to the guy's trinket. That was not bad. Because it was also full. So it wasn't like resetting the stun DRs that were half over. I'm probably just dead here. I have cloak in one. Got a clean meld. My meld bugs, of course. Guy skins aggro for no reason. Well, he's at 100% on stun DR. Okay. Maybe it's macroed into something. That might let me kill him in 15. So I'll have blades and duel. I mean, probably not, but if he has trinket, and he'll just be in bear form. We waste our stun DRs. I think I still just send it here. DR or not. I just get bash cloned on blades. Let's game. I'm only allowed to do damage every 90. And I didn't do damage. I'm going to be really far behind. He's already 40 million ahead because he's playing a real spec. Ace is in current stun. At least this guy's one game from 1800. Then we get switched up. This game Shadow Strike's usually not this high. This is a weird game. It's a little deflated this season. It used to be a lot easier. Just the game is really dead right now. So Glad is like 100 or 200 points off rank 1. It's in a rough spot right now, yeah. This like 4th wave of vanilla hardcore is really hurting it. Like even Pika and Waz and like Abstridge are playing it, like it's really bad. Pretty much everyone's just got the role player virus, and we're like 4 months into this 6 month season, 4 months into the expansion, and it feels like this expansion's been out for a year and a half already, and it's turning a lot of people off because it feels the exact same as Dragonflight. I think this mod's cool, yeah. And the balancing has been pretty bad as usual, but it's more annoying that the easy classes are what's OP. Like the balancing being bad is okay when like the more fun classes are like good. But no one really like likes just fighting like BM hunters and shit every single game for 3 or 4 months straight. Or like H-Pals. Like almost every lobby above like 2-4 is like an H-Pal mirror. And it's just, yeah. It's just too much tab PvE, too much AoE everywhere, too much CC breaking. Classes don't interact enough. And then everyone goes and just plays the roleplay WoW. Yeah, almost everyone that is still playing Arena, their viewership is down by like half to like 80%. Like it's not great. Like right now we're at 65 viewers. That's pretty scary. So yeah, I'm probably even going part-time if Arena doesn't make a comeback. But I can't afford it. Probably have like another month and a half in me. Like I'll play some Plunderstorm next month and then yeah. I'll go part-time, find a job. I've been looking around, updated my resume the other day. Started the Epic well. Start Evasion the Druid. Can't port while kicked. I'm gonna get someone new in. GG's. I mean, I don't think the core gameplay is that terrible. Yeah, I have an associate's in computer networking. Different Mistweaver? Okay. Not as much variety as I wanted, but that's whatever. Yeah, right now I'm just I've been paycheck to paycheck this entire year. Made less than I made last year streaming. Already have not had that much growth. Like for the whole year, I'm only up a couple thousand followers. It's very circle jerky. Like most people that are here have been here for years. There's just no growth in the WoW scene. There's no new impressions, new people, drawing anyone new into the game. It's just shrinking. And yeah, and I've tried playing other games, doesn't really work. Like I would love to stream some PoE, but yeah. It's just, yeah, I'll try to play MOP, but that's not till the summer, right? So I just can't put my whole life on hold for that. So I'll try to make I'm gonna just stream more hours this month than normal to make up for the less viewership. Try to do less 6-hour days, even though today and yesterday are probably 6-hour days, but I'm trying to go more 8 to 10 every day, even though I'm already 6 days a week. But yeah, we're gonna try to get the hours crazy up. And we'll do some planet. Maybe I'll try to do a subathon next month even, and then just go out with a bang from there. And then kind of just go part-time a couple times a week or something if I find a new job. But yeah, I'm not really that excited for season 2 either. Just doesn't seem like they're putting any effort into PvP at all. I don't know how to be fake. My viewership would be worse on vanilla because it's too slow and too boring for my ADHD. I like having some flavor on my food and some gameplay. Everyone's done vanilla like 30 times at this point. And people already could easily do Iron Man of doing vanilla with no gear on. Let alone doing vanilla with guildies helping you out. That's even easier than how easy it already is. When you're playing a game that's just try not to die to being bored or elevator boss or lagging out. Most people loved MOP. That's most people's fan favorite. The most popular favorite. I don't think you're an oddity for that. I used to like MOP the most, but nowadays, in hindsight, I think Kata is better than MOP. Just because I really don't like Burst of Speed and some of the other bad design problems that come with MOP. I do love that MOP has no PV gear, though. That's the one thing it has going for it. Outside of maybe the legendary gems and stuff early on. And just the legendary cape at the end. I think Burst of Speed's really bad for the game. I think monks in general are pretty toxic. Instant Blood Fear is pretty toxic. Symbiosis is like a funny novelty, but it's not good for the game either. There's just less counterplay in MOP. You just get like 40-second instant CC chained by like off of some instant cast fear. And there's not much you actually can do. And Lock Shaman is just too popular and too damp. You're just getting like Lock Ellie, Lock Windwalker, Lock Huntered. Lock Shadow Priest, Lock Maged, Lock Boomied. Like, I think there'll be more of a hype for the MOP Arena crowd, but I don't think it'll last more than, like, the whole way through either. Like, it might last more than one season, which is more than what happened to Wrath Kata. But, yeah. Honestly, I think people drooling will like TBC round 2 more than they'll like MOP somehow. I don't know why people like TBC when it's like one of the worst versions of the game except for BFA. Give them the opener. That's awkward. That was on my dance. Bomb this clone. Get cloned in, bomb. Love to see it. Might just be dead here. Did life cocoon in 2 seconds. We just needed a revival there. And then that would have made it to life cocoon. Now Kata is really dead. Fire mage playable? No. You have to play Frost. I mean, I played actual vanilla TBC and I played vanilla classic and TBC classic as well. I don't think any of the classics compare to how it actually was back in the day because the code is just structurally different. It has like retail code in it anyway. Let alone the people actually having functioning internet connections and functioning computers and better UIs, and they're just getting spoon-fed by like rested XP leveling add-on and weak auras and stuff like that. But like in general, the code of the game is just different. You don't really have the same spell batching. You don't have the same leeway. Like even private servers are more authentic than what classic is. Like half the fun of old expansions was the spell batching, where multiple spells could go off at the same time, and it was like intentionally laggy, and that's where you got like kind of the Wreckful 3, you know, will gouge, blink kind of moments and stuff like that. And like I used to love like dueling warriors and just like shadow stepping their charge and like trading spots with them, and having them just like Odelay bull rush in the wrong direction. It was so satisfying. But the game does not work that way in classic the way it's supposed to. Because they just go off the retail structure to try to make the game less laggy, even though the lag was like part of the charm. Because they're added a timing aspect to the game. There's like a whole extra dimension that's lost in the flavor. Like it technically could still kind of happen now, but it's like really rare. Like a once per season, like 1 out of 10,000 chance. Rather than like a 1 out of 100, 1 out of a, you know, 500 chance. Like you basically, to get like a spell batch to happen now, it's like 1,000th of a second instead of like a 100th of a second or, you know, a quarter second even. Like to like get like any like weird spell batching thing where like you kick someone or stun someone like while they're faded or anything like that. It's like a I don't know how to describe it. You basically have to be in voice comms with one another, counting 1, 2, 3. Whereas, like back in the day, you would just kind of predict it by like a quarter second and do it as they're doing it, and you wouldn't really. It would just be like a hard psychological read. But now, even in voice comms together, it's hard to even replicate counting it down. Same with a lot of the vanish outplays. Like you can't really sap vanishes and stuff anymore. Unless it's like in duel, where you just get to see their vanish. Because they're like invisible before the sap has a chance to just like go off. It doesn't buffer. Yeah, you should take a good Blade Flurry pad, good micro CC on the healer, but yeah, Outlaw's generally not the carry. I feel like Asa probably is the best at shuffle of the three. Because you just do nothing and someone just potentially gets bleed executed. And then Garrote is a whole nother DR of micro. Outlaw's more for like tournament games. We could have been a little greedier there, but not the greatest evasion. He doesn't have images up. Oh, I shouldn't trinket that either. Might sap healer. He's not doing anything. Keeps combat. Good that Ian kept me here because I really wanted to wait like 5 anyway on blades. Sucks I can't really do my rotation though because he's an orc. Karma. No double leg sweep for 30. I have to blind defensively or I die. I probably still die to pets. Doesn't even have pets out. Died to the meatball, I guess. Season 2 is in like February, so like this route is not over anytime soon. That's because everyone sucked at the game still in like actual MUP, but pretty much it's the weakest expansion for a rogue that you can play. Like RMD is still rank 1 viable, and it's your best bet. But yeah, the whole game is just warlocks. You either play Warlock Hunter, Shadow Priest Lock, Mage Lock, Lock Boomy, or Windwalker Lock, or Hunter Lock. And you just run around and you instant fear people, and yeah. Rogues don't get to make any cool shadow step plays because you just play burst of speed. Blood Fear is just insane. It's in the summer. It's like a roadmap or whatever it's called. Paint stopped and bark skin, so I'm not gonna blades or anything here. I don't know. I like Night Elves and Blood Elves just because they're like the only ones that are kind of close to the old animations. Drop the Meldeer. Like if it was old school animations, obviously Undead's great. But I'm just dead. Let's see, gets the life cocoon off. Or she would try to kick that clone for me, but look to stun. Evasion in one, but I might die here. Free skins air when he's not even stunned yet. Might actually die for that. Never mind. Got Lowe's mind control. I have trinket and life cocoon. I just have to live here. He uses life cocoon, good. Put the clone on it. Melt this clone. That's on him actually. Got skin, I guess. Waiting on my stun DRs. Try not to get double feared, but we're going to. Painted this. Kick the ulti. Maybe defensively duel the healer. And we're still just dead. Flip the stun again. Probably still dead. I have evasion, but yeah. That sucks. A threes? Probably not. Threes doesn't exist anymore. There's a reason, like, rank 1 is like 2560, literally. Like, below 2600. Solo QQs are 20 minutes to multiple hours long, and people play threes all of like 1 hour a day. So like, even if I played some really low, like 2400 threes, it would still be like a 7+ minute queue. Where I just fight the same team 5 times in a row. And I would either counter them or they would either counter me. And of my friends list, let's see, who could I get to heal me, right? Let's see. Well, okay, Flop's the only healer I really have, and he's not on. Cool. Maybe Mason, but Rogue Mage isn't great. It's only good for like fighting other rogue teams, but and in general, double DPS 2s isn't viable unless it's like 2 rank 1s smurfing. I just do what makes the queue pop so that I could stream, you know? I think the priest just gave up. Played 4-set with Versa, yeah. I was trying heavy Versa 4-set. Kind of how Trill plays, but pretty low. You're gonna be fighting rank 1s, so yeah, 2-4. Maybe even 2-3. Or at least like former rank 1s. I don't know, because honestly, like, maybe at like the actual 2-week warning, but that's a lot of games to try to like push and get glad for, like, for like the average person. If you're trying to go up 400 with inflation, trying to do that whole process in 2 weeks is a lot, unless like you're a diehard with a good win rate and like actually smurfing and like rank 1 experience or something. That's for like the average person. If you're a 2k Andy waiting for inflation to become a 2-5 Andy and then pushing glad, going from like 2k to glad, getting 50 wins and getting above 2-4, like once it inflates, probably still looking at almost 200 games, right? And with long queue times and all that, like that's, you definitely want to leave yourself a good 3 or 4 week warning to do that. Unless you're playing like, you know, 6+ hours a day. Well, it's gonna take you, you know, at least a week. You're not just like planning to stream a lot amount, you know. On his trinket, he dies. Never mind, he tanks it, lives at 1%. They bop him while he's already turtled. Kick into a blind. Get trapped, I guess. Let me get a sap. Meld for a reset. Get bop. Not sure why the first cheap shot was immune even though it wasn't. Like he was off the R. He got to get out of the bomb because of that. I have duel soon anyway though. There's a DR scatter on me for no reason. You can't sell characters anymore without buying whole accounts because you can't transfer characters off of a BattleNet to like another shell anymore. They changed that when Warbound came out. Pull the totem to get a crep buff. Sap. Got trinket parry, that's all we need. I'll start bolt in a sec. Didn't get it. Forgot to go disarm, it's kind of a big deal. Might be dead here. Runs me through LOS. Got knocked into the eye, so I can't vanish. We're probably dead soon. No step to kick that. I'm very energy starved. Harry's aggro to kill me. Oh, that sucks. Inflation generally is like 100 per few months, and then the last week of the season alone is like 200, 300 almost. Usually. Feeling good. If I had disarm, I think that would have been pretty easy. It's a little bit less buttons, yeah. Because you can't really fuck up BTE anymore. You can press it outside of your go and it'll always reset when you go into Subterfuge. You don't have Dance because Vanish is just the same thing as Dance now, or just Subterfuge in general. So it's like a big buff to meld. What else is really different? You don't have Shadow Step. You just have like 4 grapples, basically. Got wall. Gotcha, doesn't interrupt on his wall. Kick that. Blind that. Done that. Hopefully get the sap still. Nope. Run the tyrant. Go grab my soul. Think of his crit. I accidentally stole the sign from the last game. There's a lot of ads. There's more whelps. This demo lock alone has more mechanics than all of vanilla and TBC put together. Guys, I got Rat the Lich King boss. Have this guy to nothing because he doesn't actually play the game. But he doesn't need to heal his bot ever, you know? Nice. Go grab my soul. The DBM air horn's going off telling me to go run to the mechanic. Could have sapped shaman out of nothing again there. I didn't do it. I have cloak. I refuse to press it though right now. A DFA would be nice to move, but I have to just cloak actually. Not even defensively. I just want to move my character. Got Link. Kill the totem for the crit buff. Might as well just be dead. Lockport's in aggro because he doesn't ever get punished for anything. Gonna blind the lasso. Lasso doesn't apply combat, so I should be able to sap that. So he did apply combat somehow. Weird. Totem. We're all dead soon. Gouge the pet on its blade storm. Yeah, his totem, I guess, just gave him combat. We love healing stream totem. It's the most skilled player on their team. One of the many different AIs they got going for them. Not like I was pressing a 2-minute cooldown or anything. Distract the drink. Kill the totem for another crit buff. Going through Dark Pact, I guess. At least they're gonna break the hex so I can play with all my cooldowns. He walls aggro because he doesn't get punished for walling or porting aggro. Backstab doesn't do enough to kill that. Evasion for Dammer Duck. Cloak in 3. Get DR howled .1 on my dance. Feels bad. Pick that. Gouge that. I have a duel, but I want to wait till I actually have damage. Raid boss down. Kill both capstones. Honestly, I should add that as a channel point reward. That's a good idea. Instead of the Dark Souls death noise. That'd be a good channel point. I just spammed some eviscerates with finality and potentially Darkest Night for the eviscerate. Can you explain the soul thing? It's like a warlock hero talent, or not hero talent, honor talent, like the PvP ones. But yeah, they just like put a puddle on the ground and it like takes away some of your max HP and some of your damage until you either wait the 6 seconds or go like to the puddle to get your soul back. Reducing their damage done by 25% and healing received by 25% for 8 seconds. I mean, yeah, I'm just doing full on 5 million APM. Kill this totem, kill that totem, kick the pet, gouge the blade star big pet. Like, and he's just going for like 8 minutes. It's just a fucking dampener. They can press all of his defensives while stunned. Walls aggro, ports aggro. Doesn't gateway ever. Doesn't even play orc. The female blood elf. Like, gets to do literally whatever the hell he wants. At like a 5,000 times handicap. Actually kind of insane. How unfair that is. As unfair as this matchup. Because we just counter them, because they're double DPS and double DPS isn't viable. They have to do like 10 goes worth of cooldowns for us to die, and we just kill them in 2 goes. Because healers are worth multiple DPS in terms of value. And get to do damage anyway. He just dies to rupture. Yeah. At least I'm on the other side of just losing because double DPS the majority of the time. It's very rare to even queue into anyone playing double DPS because it's so not viable. Just a free dub. I do think that's like a good like kind of climate indicator on like the health of the game. Is if like if double D like, even though 2 should never be a balancing point, you can tell like how well the classes are designed if double DPS is like viable. Otherwise the game is too damp if double DPS sucks. I know it's like their philosophy of just over buffing healers every patch, even though healers are still outnumbered like 10 to 1. And there's no amount of catering to healers that'll make everyone actually want to play it. Because it's a thankless role. But people on OfferUp are such low ballers, man. I have like the best deal ever on a fucking 3080 Super. Way under the used price, and people are still like trying to haggle, even though I put firm on price. Makes me not want to actually, if I trust shipping, it makes me not even want to like sell it locally. I'd rather just ship it to someone. Like someone getting a 3080 Super for like 350, they should already be like ecstatic. You know, like that's a good ass deal. Are they gonna haggle that? Like, bro, I'm just trying to de-hoard and get stuff out of my closet. Like I could charge them $600. Like, if I want to go like almost MSRP. I already tried that originally. That's what I was like normally doing at the start like a month ago. I don't know if there's just like not a lot of people in offer up in my area or what. I don't trust Facebook Marketplace. I'm not trying to, or Craigslist, because I'm not trying to die. So, but yeah, people on offer up. I don't know if there's just like not as many users where I'm at, but brutal. He's gonna die in the open. I just got Feral instead of Hunter. I'm trolling. I got distracted by story time. Yeah, we should never lose this matchup ever, but it's possible just because I went Hunter instead of Feral. He just had way too much control on me and I played way too aggro. And I'm like really dance charge starved. I'm actually dead, yeah. Yeah, that's embarrassing. We should win that 100 out of 100 times. I just kind of spaced out. I don't know why I tried to hit Hunter. It's an immortal class. He just walls like 4 times in a row practically. 3 walls in like a minute and a half game. In addition to the crit immune. I might need to get off soon to sell this GPU though. I think I actually have someone. But I haggled up back to the original price. So I might need to go drive over there. In which case I'll just restart when I get back, but not Dragonflight. War Within came out 4 months ago, yeah. But yeah, it's really dead right now. Can't lay on hands. Got port. Tap this trinket. How you doing, Nixon? Yeah. Might start doing some viewer threes in the coming weeks. I'd say like you, Contagion, and like Bodhi are like obvious contenders, but should get something on the books eventually, you know? Or, you know, we could suffer through some roguelike 2s eventually. It's like 80% the same game as Dragonflight. You just have like 1 or 2 more passives in your rotations with the hero talents, and the gearing's a little better because the crafted gear is done with conquest points, and you can get sockets with honor, and they're not time gated. But that's about it. I would say casters, all the casters are really good. The best like for shuffle is probably Ellie. Hunters are beyond broken, especially BM. It's like one of the most popular specs in the game is just BM Hunter. Best healers are like H-Pal, Monk, Disc, and like Dragon's okay. Basically just don't play Holy Priest or Shaman or Resto Druid. Best melee are like the only melee even I would even consider are just like Outlaw and Feral. To be honest. You see a lot of other melee, but yeah, the quality of life is very poor. Sub's not great, I'm just smurfing right now. Take the spade. Off stun into a blind. Bomb this. Take a vis crit. Half sap. Yeah, we're just trying to find ways to go out with a bang because the state of viewership and everything is really bad, and don't know really what we're doing. We're probably gonna go back to part-time streaming in a month and a half. Like we'll probably, you know, play some Plunderstorm next month, maybe do a subathon, and then kind of go out with a bang, and then just kind of go part-time for a bit until summer and mop, and then try to go full-time again if I can build up enough money by then. I have a lot of credit card interest kicking in soon from like a 1 year no interest thing that I've not been the most responsible with, and then I don't even have to, can't even think about student loans because they haven't kicked back in yet, but that's terrifying. And then budgeting my taxes when I'm paycheck to paycheck is terrifying. And yeah, just I can't afford to be making $11 an hour full time right now, and with things just going worse and not even growing. So trying to just do, you know, I'm just gonna get some entry level help desk IT, $22 an hour type thing. Yeah, not gonna be great, but is what it is. Really all I'm qualified for. But we'll try to still side hustle, stream a handful of hours a week kind of thing, you know? Part time. But that's a month and a half, 2 months from now, probably. Yeah. Figuring it out. I mean, I just wish, you know, I could go back to like 200 to 300 viewers instead of being like under 100 right now, you know, and just that people were excited about Arena. And that I could like watch the follower number go up every stream and not just have the same people and just lose more and more of you every couple weeks. And it's not even the balancing, it's not even like a critical mass of how old the game is getting. It's, I don't know, it's just like this like resentment for the game kind of thing. And I don't want to be negative, it's just wish the game was less downtime. I think it's really just the queue times and out of touch balance things. Where they just buff things that are OP already, like HPAL, or like not nerfing BM, or not nerfing Outlaw. Like, I think they just need to rework almost every class to be more interactive and do more CC and stuff. Like, I just want the game to be good, whether I'm streaming it full time or not, because I've been playing it for 20 years. I love Arena. No other game scratches the itch for me. I would gladly love a different game to just come out and replace Arena for me that isn't an FPS game or a fighting game. Intercrypto game. I can't afford to gamble. Yeah, I mean, I want the game to be better, you know, I love the game, but ideally I could go just be a class designer and rework every class and say, hey, separate PvP from Mythic Plus entirely. But they're neglecting Mythic Plus too, so they're just like, well, let the game die and create another fucking Longboy mount or something. I don't know why I'm going Hunter again, I'm trolling. I don't know if it's like anything like that needed for WoW. It's literally it needs PvP to give a rework to every single class, and CC in general needs an overhaul. No AoE in the game should break CC. CC needs to go back to 8. 90-second trinket needs to go on healer, and then they need to just kill triple DR. Give every healer double or triple dispel. Give every healer 30-second CCs instead of damage to do goes with. And give every healer more ways on shorter CDs to outplay CC. Like, make more healers feel like a priest of, like, fading things and deathing things. Like, Burrow could be, like, a short CD to, like, burrow a kidney. You know. Just like more outplays. Everyone like avoiding CC, landing CC, CC not breaking. Maybe an offensive precog for landing a kick as like a choice node. Like, people need to be interacting with each other, not just doing a Mythic Plus rotation. So we got Archie with the 10-month. Thank you so much. And then they need to, like, also ease into the quality of life, barrier to entry stuff. There needs to be a free-to-play PvP server where you can't leave the PvP island, you can't do any PvE content. And any rewards you get just go to your PvE character. And there needs to be just frequent, like, battle royale style, you know, Subway Surfer, you know, or Counter-Strike surfing, level filler, autoplay, like, World PvP content. While you wait on queues, there needs to be a double DPS solo queue bracket with, like, limited to no rewards as just, like, a filler while you wait for a healer. And Shuffle needs to be reworked into a functional type of solo queue. Best of one melee range healer, even if melee queues are longer. Emphasis on match quality. And they need to revamp the rating system so that your rating doesn't fluctuate season to season, or like separate of your skill. It just needs to be percentile based, bronze through grandmaster. And there needs to be more rewards, and they need to be more spread out. Like, obviously, like Vlad and like elite should not be overlapping. But like pretty much almost everything about the game needs a big update. And I don't think just, oh, Mop Classic will save it. Mop Classic will last like 2 seasons. And then people will just get bored of fighting Warlocks. And they'll get annoyed that the no changes crowd won, and that they won't add solo queue, and that they won't add a bunch of other quality of life stuff. There just needs to be like 90% less downtime, so there's actually a video game being played. And on top of that, the classes just need to feel more interactive. Just doing your PvE rotation is 80% of the you know of the game stuff is just really bad for the game. Try to evasion the druid stunning me. I turned, but he still stunned me even though he wasn't behind me. Got wall. Done that as an interrupt. Gouge that as an interrupt. I have no more ways to stop him, so I'm just running. Keep druid in combat. Get coiled into a fear. Pick the UA actually. Getting stunned. Probably could have waited till duel to do this, Blades. Got dark backed, I guess. I mean, it's just everyone's viewership is down by 50 to 80%. And everyone's just a vanilla WoW role player. And it's not really sustainable because Soda Poppin put in all the work organizing everyone. And eventually that well is going to dry up for them. And everyone will eventually get bored of vanilla WoW. This is their 4th pour doing it all, you know. But, you know, people will get scanned back into vanilla WoW hype again in like another year, but Tried to line that around the corner, but there's just no growth in the game, and no one new is coming in, and wouldn't surprise me if they cancel AWC Season 2, to be honest. It gets less viewership than Zaryu just questing in Westfall. And they canceled BlizzCon, so we're like 4 months into a 6-month season, and 4 months into the expansion in general, and it feels like it's been out for a year and a half. Because it's just too similar to Dragonflight. And all these little filler 0.5 and 0.7 patches don't really feel like they add any content. And for it to feel like we've already been in a drought for multiple months, but then see, oh, the drought is going till even February, it's like terrifying. Because you're just knowing it's only going to get worse every week. I mean, that was the main reason people played Diablo 3, right? It was the real money auction house, but I don't think that, yeah. They didn't, but there's a roadmap of when the seasons and tiers are supposed to be, and when MOP is supposed to be. But yeah, I'm pretty much even going part-time by probably like February. I can't afford to keep playing. I hope like the vanilla WoW crowd gets bored and stops in the next, couple weeks, but I don't think that most of those vanilla people are going to ever go to Arena. Most of them are all PvEers anyway. Or people that have just given up on being competitive anyway, except for like Waz and Pika. I mean, the main thing that was holding the ladder apart even the last few months was the AWC people, and now that AWC's over for a quarter of a year, they all go into hibernation. So, like, the ladder's, like, extra dead. But even then, like, a couple months ago, you were fighting AWC teams practicing on their ults even at, like, 2300, 2400. Like, it's just that we've had these MMR issues with the ladder and not revamping the reward structure of the game for years. Been an issue since like the beginning of Dragonflight, and I think just people do really like rewards somehow, and when people just can't get the rewards, no one plays. I'm just gonna try to get some level 1 help desk. That's really all I'm qualified for. I just think the game is spread too thin, having like 6 different versions of WoW. When it's going to be MOP WoW, competing against TBC WoW, competing against Vanilla WoW, competing against SOD WoW, competing against Retail WoW. It's an issue. Like, there just needs to be one WoW, and then one classic WoW that's a classic plus. It's really not that complicated. Like, you can have hardcore, you can have all of this stuff be in this, Kata MOP plus amalgamation that has Arena. It would make sense if there were even at 2 or 3 versions of WoW, if they were like timing the releases really well strategically, but they don't even time their releases well. A lot of times like the end of seasons like overlap with something else going on. Or they'll like release both like 2 weeks apart from one another. Instead of like, oh, this is going to be the really big 2-month drought for retail. This is when we'll put in this, And yeah, it's just brutal. I had a sap there. I double X up here. Might be dead soon. My blades. Just kill Windwalker. I just need to finish my stacks. I get an incap off this. Wanted to get a re, but I'm just not dropping combat. But yeah, as someone that just doesn't know how to be fake, it feels really shitty to just get left behind. Makes me wish I could just not care about the game and just milk it. Like, it sucks being passionate about something when I could just be loud and, you know, put in no effort and just be some loud screaming Peo or something, you know, or just go the Grayson route. And just not care about gameplay or anything. And just shitpost the whole day and React Andy. Like, the fact that React Andy is like a career path is just disgusting. Like, it shouldn't, you should just get copy strict instantly. Like, you should have to do some kind of transformative effort instead of just XQC watch a 20-minute video and say a one-sentence elementary school level fucking reaction of, oh, that was cool. Yeah, dude. Like, that's insane. Like how? Like, how is reacting allowed, man? Like, it just makes me bitter, like to not be rewarded for putting in effort sometimes. Granted, I could put in more effort. There are people that actually do styled events and shit and have ideas. And that's usually the skill set of people that are better at the YouTube front. Where they know how to, like, organize what would be a good video and then try to make the stream making the video. Like, I think, like, Palomore does a good job of that. Aegis does a good job of that. And I think that's a lot more difficult to do as a streamer than just, oh, gameplay. Oh, this happened. This could be a YouTube thing on accident because this happened. And that's a skill set I'm trying to learn a lot. I'm just really bad at editing. Problem is at 3%. Nice kick. I mean, I've tried a bunch of other games. It's like restarting my whole channel over, which I can't afford when I'm paycheck to paycheck. Unless it was like in the part-time phase where I go find a job and then I'm like streaming part-time and then I try to grow something out. But yeah, I don't know anything on the Riot front, but I'm gonna go sell my graphics card. So I'm gonna be right back for a bit and try to do 2 streams today. I didn't plan on someone messaging me on OfferUp and they are in a rush to do it. So hopefully I don't get murdered, you know. But I need the money, so I'm gonna go sell my old graphics card that's been in my closet for like a year. So I will catch you guys in a bit. Sorry for the sudden outro, but gonna run some ads. Yeah, be right back. Hopefully in an hour or two.